Inside Tameside, the headlines. 5 boys charged after attack on man with special needs. Legal moves as gypsies camp in Ashton. MP demands rail action and finding love in foster care fortnight.
From the heart of Tameside, Ashton, Hyde, Stalybridge, Denton, Duckenfield, Audenshaw, Droylsden, Mossley. This is Inside Tameside with Becky Cahill and Mark Phillip.
3 people have been charged and a boy's been arrested in connection with the murder of a man in Denton. 21-year-old Dominic Doyle died from stab wounds early on Sunday morning after a large fight involving 6 to 8 men just before 3 a.m. on Manchester Road. A 15-year-old boy's been charged with attempted murder and possession of a bladed article. 18-year-old Richard Linehan of Harley Street in Audenshaw has been charged with murder and attempted murder. Another 18-year-old Liam Seabright of Rowcon Close in Audenshaw has been charged with attempted murder. All 3 appeared before Tameside Magistrates Court this morning. Linehan and Seabright remain in custody and they're due to appear at Manchester Crown Court. A 16-year-old boy has been arrested on suspicion of murder and he remains in police custody for questioning. Meanwhile, tributes have been paid to Dom, whose family described him as fun, caring and loving. Christ Church on Manchester Road's opening its doors between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Saturday. It's for anyone wishing to sign a book of condolence, which will then be given to Dom's family. There'll be candles lit and prayers read. 5 boys appeared in court this week after a man with learning difficulties was attacked and robbed in Hyde. The boys, aged between 13 and 15, can't be named for legal reasons. They've been charged with Section 18 assault. The 40-year-old victim got off a number 330 bus at Market Street and walked up to Tower Street when he was attacked from behind and his rucksack was stolen. It wasn't reported to police until several days later when the man's family saw him and took him to hospital where he was treated for a fractured skull and a bleed on the brain. Police continue to appeal for information about the attack and they're asking anyone who can help them with their inquiries to call them. Meanwhile, officers have also made an arrest in a separate incident which involved an attack on a 21-year-old man with learning difficulties, also in Hyde. Tameside MP Jonathan Reynolds is demanding action after rail electrification work between some of the borough's train stations and York grinds to a halt. Network Rail announced the electrification of the North Transpennine route around 4 years ago as part of a wider programme to improve rail services in the north. Works at stations like Stalybridge and Guidebridge was expected to be completed by 2018. But now it's been revealed that it's been delayed with no planned completion date, with the government admitting work between Manchester and York was behind schedule. Hyde and Stalybridge MP Jonathan Reynolds says it's unacceptable. He'll be writing to the Rail Minister and Network Rail to demand a meeting with both. Legal proceedings have begun after a group of travellers set up their homes on the car park at the Ashton Moss Metrolink stop. The move comes after the recent removal of a group of travellers that set up in an illegal encampment in Lees Park in Droylsden 2 weeks ago. It's not known if it's the same group. And a couple from Tameside have spoken of their pride after 30 years of fostering more than 40 children. Lou and Paul Moores have been backing Tameside Council's All They Need Is Love recruitment campaign. It's part of this year's foster care fortnight. 53-year-old Lou described fostering as the best job in the world. Now for all the latest sports news, we head over to Mark at the Quest Media Sports Centre.
Hyde United Football Club are hosting a Meet the Manager night on Friday the 3rd of July. The evening will provide fans with an opportunity to speak to first team manager Gary Lowe and assistant Martin Booty. The managerial duo were confirmed to be taking charge for the forthcoming season at last month's event. The meeting is taking place in the Social Club and is set to begin at 7 p.m. Glossop Cricket Club have announced that they will be holding the semi-final between the Lancashire County League and the Northern Premier Cricket League next month. Glossop hosted a 50-over second-team county fixture last Thursday between Derbyshire and Lancashire. The semi-final is taking place on Sunday the 12th of July with a start time penned for 1:30. And finally, Liam Watson made the final touches to his Stalybridge Celtic side earlier this week. The 44-year-old signed centre-back Danny Gregson and midfielder Bohan Dixon. 23-year-old Gregson played for Stockport County last season, while Dixon lists Accrington, Stanley and Lincoln City as his previous clubs. As always, you can join me on Tameside Radio on Friday evenings from 6 until 7 p.m. for all the latest sporting news.
Thanks, Mark, where you can read all about these stories and more in this week's Tameside Reporter and Glossop Chronicle.